Cup Scandinavia, the NLS Series, the Creventic category, GT4s. Danny Sufi loses it into the first corner. Huge contact, both cars into the gravel. Danny was a passenger as soon as the rear let go, and unfortunately that's major damage to both cars. The Rinaldi Racing 30. Now we go racing. Igor Klaya riding on board as we got started there. Oh, and contact on the run to the first corner. Adrian Lewandowski hip checking there, Leandro Martins, and that's huge damage to the Porsche 992 GT3 Cup car. No space as the lights went out. The Lamborghini darting left, and I think thought he was already past Leandro Martins, folded across him. Unfortunately, Martins, once that contact was made, had realizes that car is there. Thor Haugen, into the rear of the 32 of Morten Stromsted. That looked very ambitious. I thought he was lunging to the inside, and carbon fiber flies. Igor Klaya flies off as they go over the crest at turn 8, and he's into the barrier by the looks of it. Looks like front end damage. So there we saw Thor Haugen's bodywork flying off, and Klaya then tried to put the foot down. That's not in the script. Hold on a minute. Am I reading the wrong race? I might just be. It's Martin Kazmarksi that leads the way. It's second place at this stage. Castilla and Romero closer together. Romero loses the car. And he has no choice in the matter once he loses the rear end into Castilla. He digs himself into the gravel. I think Castilla might just be able to put through. In on him though, in the battle for what at the time was 4th position. And then unfortunately, Romero loses it, pushes Castilla into the gravel. Castilla's confidence not... Everyone 2-3 wide. And Alexander Savinkov gets tipped into a spin, and Lorenzo Castillo is the unfortunate driver that collects live pictures. Yes, Alexander Savinkov getting tagged into a spin there by the 24, I think that was. It was Adam Hideg in just a second. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and very quickly they are underway. There's a stall further back. Kabir Anurag and one of the Campos cars, Maciej Guadish. Maciej Guadish gets collected, and that is a big crash, taking out, I believe, no less than 3 of the Campos cars. That is a big... who fell behind Segura. Segura holding second place then. And very, very, very deep into the corner goes, well, half the field, maybe more. One driver car out there, and the answer is Le Gallet. So Segura with a nose ahead. Segura has the inside line for turn 16. Rinicella now to his outside. Christian Ho has to settle for 3rd place then, and again they get caught out by the braking zone at 16. The number 18 car, I believe that is Garrett Berry, have side-by-side action as Pedersen now tries to get past the 19 of Anurag. It looks like he's done so, but there's been contact. And is that Andres Cardenas? Yes, it is. Cardenas has been collected, I think, by Juan Cota by the looks of it. Or is that James Agozi? I can't quite see the number from there. We've got a car spinning as well. Nathaniel Berraby in a spin. And they approach the danger zone of turn 16 once again, and René Lammers there going deep into the corner. One of the other MP cars also struggling to stop. That may have been Bazinalos. And I think one of the DriveX cars there going straight outside there. And Macedo has at turn 15 on the installation lap, is now fighting out of turn 15 for a top 5 position. Juan Cota is basically off the track completely as he tries to claim the inside line. He goes for it, he locks up, and he's into Keanu Alazari. That was a big moment between the two. Alazari, Cota under-rotates the wheel. The front left locked up, the front right locked up, and Keanu Alazari was unfortunately the driver who Juan Cota, Drexel in the early stages, and Drexel runs it very wide there. That might actually work out in his favour though on corner exit, being on the paint not so much, and he ends up in the wall. Daniel Drexel, once he was on the paint, it was always going to be tricky to put the power down. Tries to carry the speed on the outside line, more grip there on the outside in these wet conditions, and as he came back over the curb there, the lifted part of the curb, he just lost traction, kiss the side.
Can he chase down Griffin Peebles? Big dive up the inside further back from Mateus Ferreira there. And there's contact coming off the corner. Ferreira goes around, crunch into the barriers. I think he thought he was clear of the car that he'd just overtaken, but wasn't quite.
Yes, so Ferreira side by side with Pusharovsky and indeed almost Pradel as well. As you said, it was Pusharovsky, the other half of that. Ferreira just trying to squeeze him. And unfortunately, I think Ferreira rather thought he was further past Pusharovsky than he was. Connected with that front wing of the number 8.